I'm Gertie Rude, back again, that Friday mood. Well, aren't we all glad it's Friday? I know I am, and I'm sure you are. Wherever you are in the world, it's probably Friday, or it's going to be Friday, or maybe Friday was yesterday for you. It's hard to know, because geographically I'm very inept. So anyway, tonight we have got the breaking, there we go, just move you a bit, the breaking scandal of Mohammed Al-Fayed, who was... Well, I thought he owned Harrods, but it turned out he was the chairman of Harrods. Apparently Harrods was owned by somebody else, or some other people. I don't know who. I haven't got that far. But we're going to hear what this cretinous, albeit exceedingly dead, very much deceased. He is very much deceased. Ex-owner of Harrods, Mohammed Al-Fayed. What has he done that's worse than Savile, Epstein and Weinstein, with hundreds of victims and a Harrods cover-up? A cover-up, I hear you say? My gosh, that really isn't like the institutions, is it, to cover us up? No, let's plunge in. Let's hold hands together and jump straight into the quagmire and the filth and just, it's like your next door neighbour's cesspit. We don't want to be in it, but we're going to have a go. Come on.
But actually, the examination would involve a full internal screening.
Right. Oh.
Including a full cervical smear.
Right.
Sometimes having their ovaries checked.
Oh.
And a full sexual health screening.
Uh-huh.
This was for their role that they had been offered as secretary.
Yes.
Personal assistant.
Right.
Or even, on occasions, interior designer.
Oh.
If the women would query why the tests were necessary,
yes,
they would be told something along the lines of,
yes,
he wants to make sure that you are clean.
Oh.
The results were really provided to them personally.
Yes.
But Mohammed Al-Fayed and his enablers would know those results.
Oh. So what we can glean is this is a dirty old man, and he was actually facilitating, well, abuses of medical procedures for his own, whatever, nefarious, God knows what's going on in his head. So it seems like he had female employees checked medically, and I'm doing air quotes, to do stuff like be a secretary, be a personal assistant, and or /# serve ice creams. The victims, the youngest was 15, and they ranged averagely between the age of 19 and 24. Shocking, isn't it terrible? Like they say, it's the worst case of corporate abuse of that nature, intimate nature, for a long, long time. Well, since Weinstein, Epstein and Savile, it appears, because we're being told that in the headline. But, you see, what I'm wondering is this because, A, he is no more. Yes, he is vastly, as I've already said, gone. He has gone to meet whatever maker he emanated from. So, just chuck him under the bus. Now, I'm not detracting from what was going on here, and they have stated it's corporate abuse of an intimate nature, rather than say what Hugh Edwards was up to. Now, with that character, I did hear his friend John Sopel, who's a very well-known political journalist that's associated with the BBC, and as he states in many an interview, he is, in fact, a long-time friend of the eponymous Mr. Edwards. Very sad. And manfully, and rather haplessly, dear Mr. Sopel has made himself available on many an interview across most MSM legacy media platforms, saying that he does rather feel that his poor friend Mr. Edwards, the eponymous Mr. Edwards, is being rather maltreated and thrown under, euphemistically, what one might call the social media bus, or society's media bus, something, all of the above. And Mr. Sopel reasons this, that in Mr. Edwards' case, there was actually no victims, you see, because he didn't commit any crimes. He merely viewed, he didn't commit. So therefore, it was a crime with no actual victim, in Mr. Sopel's own words. Now here, are we being treated to something that's supposed to just push that lot right off the front pages? And we'll move on to this guy who, let's face it, is gone. He's deceased, isn't he? Let's have it right, he's gone. He ain't never coming back through two people. And to differentiate from the fact that his crimes, did he actually do them, or did he arrange for his... They do actually state that the doctors that did the medical procedures erroneously and nefariously were in fact employed privately. They weren't national health doctors. So they're employed to do this for whatever reason for this creature here. And like they've stated, it's corporate abuse rather than one-on-one intimate abuse in the case of Hugh Edwards, because it was one-on-one abuse, but he was also, as it's been stated, viewing material where the victims were between the ages of 7 and 9. So, it's like I said to you before about receiving stolen goods and the thief that steals the goods. It's that kind of scenario. I do rather think that we're being pushed to have a look at this, and I'm not going to take away from the enormity of what these victims have gone through, because obviously it's absolutely horrendous. And I'm not going to say but, because there isn't a but. It's a separate case. It's two completely separate scenarios. However, I don't see as much fuss about the victims of the Hugh Edwards case. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying no more than that. But there again, Hugh Edwards, you see, is very much with us. Whereas Weinstein, well, he's just about with us and he's in America. And the other guy with the island and Savile and him are very much deceased. So we could have a whole traffic jam of buses and just chuck them all under it. The good thing is, hopefully, these ladies will be able to sue the arse of Harrods. Did he? Come on, I don't even know. I thought he owned Harrods. But obviously, I literally don't care. I've only been in there a few times and I got stung every bleeding time. Honestly, it's just overpriced pap. A lot of it you get in Poundland, like for £1. And you just literally pay and say, oh, I bought it from Harrods, don't you know? And then what you do is you get the carrier bag, because they put it in a very nice carrier bag, and you keep that in pristine condition. And wherever you go, even if you're just going down, I don't know, the Happy Bleeding Shopper, you turns up with your Harrods bleeding carrier bag to say, look at me, I've been to Harrods. So there's that to it. But yeah, are we being told to look over here and don't look over there? Because I'm still concentrating on the victims of the eponymous, and very much alive, and very freely alive as well, enjoying his freedom. No doubt he's having a rather nice holiday at the moment to get over that. Oh, guys, it's so trying, it's terrible, it's so stressful. And yeah, enjoying his freedom. Whereas the victims of the crimes that he viewed, and they were of a Class A and Class B nature, which I'm too small a channel to go into the differentiations and classifications of what A, B and C may or may not mean when we're talking about those sort of images, dear viewers. But you can go and have a look yourself. They are the worst. Obviously, they're called A and B for a reason. They are the worst forms of abuse you could ever witness, allegedly and apparently. Their words, not mine, obviously. I don't know, because I haven't seen it, because, like, who would? And this creature, well, I think there's a lot more to come out, and there's still beef with him and the royal family, isn't there? There was always beef between him and Philip. Do you remember that? And the whole Diana thing. Diana, don't say, shh, don't say anything about that. So, yeah, what's going on here? What's going on? Because didn't he always want to be a mentor to the Harold and the Willie Yummy, didn't he? Obviously, that never happened. But yeah, he rather did overplay his hand, this man. And it seems the only time they could actually take him down was when he's truly, well and truly, gone. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, it's food for thought, isn't it, these people, and how they do this sort of shifty move. It's almost like poker playing, isn't it? But I'd much rather concentrate. These women, obviously, they're going to get their day in court, hopefully. I hope they get loads of compo. But the victims of Hugh Edwards, yeah, not so much. I get the impression that most of them were filmed from abroad. He was viewing stuff that was done in countries where they could get away with that sort of behaviour. If you hear my cat, she's sundowning. She's a very geriatric cat, I have you know. And yeah, she's sort of quite Alzheimer-y. Bit like her owner, really. And every night I get 3 hours of sundowning. Yes, it's very trying. But, well, she's family, isn't she? We just have to put up with it when our family members go barking bonkers mad. Anyway, wherever you are, have a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, good night, and I'll probably catch you again over the weekend. I think I'm probably going to have Gems on the channel. I might have, all right, darling, all right, babes, I'm coming, hang on. I don't know why and what I'm going to do, because she's been fed. And you feed her, then she'll forget she's been fed, so you feed her again, just to shut her up. Well, what I do is I pretend to feed her. So I give her a bit more, so it looks like she's having a lot, but she's not really, because I know she's going to sick it up. And then she'll do that, and then she'll think, oh, it's treat time now. So, and we do this on a circle, right, on like a hamster wheel, every night for about 3 hours. And then she wears herself out, goes to sleep. So there's that to it. So anyway, yeah, I'll probably try and have Gems on the channel. Maybe Tina's Tarot, maybe Cheryl the Chef. I don't know, it's all up in the air. I might do a few political parodies. Why not? Let's just push the bleeding boat out, eh? Let's just do that. Have a lovely weekend, guys, wherever you are. Bye-bye now. Love you all. Bye.